Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Zende reacts to no longer being super eminent developer. Carter confronts Steffi. Also, Eric thinks Steffi made the wrong decision. Carter's Garrett. He comes downward without a shirt. Carter wraps his arms around Hope midriff from before. Hope says that last night was inconceivable. Carter says the same about Hope. Eric is in the CEO office with Ridge and Steffi. Eric can't believe what he's hail about Hope. Steffi insists Hope had to go and so did her line. Eric demands to know how Ridge supported this decision. This is Brooke Logan's son we're talking about. Ridge says that it makes effects complicated. Eric reasons Brooke will be veritably worried when she learns about it. Ridge tells Eric that Brooke knows and she isn't happy. Zende addresses to Katie and Brooke about Hope. Zende is disappointed and puts his sketches down. Zende says he suppositions Hope wouldn't be demanding those presently. Zende truly believed that they were about to turn a corner. Zende says it doesn't make sense to pull the draw now. Brooke explains it wasn't a business decision. It was a particular attack. Will is working when Lainey and Tony the same bones. Will and Liam Spencer had lunch with not too long ago. They talk about how hot Will is when he suddenly notices them and takes his earbuds out. Lainey hits on Will and wants him to come to her place after work. Elektra arrives and thinks she's interrupting, but Will excitedly urges her to come in. Will introduces Elektra to Lainey and Tony. Lainey and Tony are a bit rude. That's when Will brags about how Elektra is heading a new line at Forrester Creations. As Lainey nervously gulps, she tries to do damage control but really sucks at it. Elektra is humble and says the line is headed by Ivy. She's just there to help and learn. As Will gapes at Elektra, he can't stop flashing that wide, pearly white grin. Back at Brooke's house, Zende can't believe Steffi did this. Brooke wonders how the assiduity will reply. Brooke and Zende prognosticate that buyers' confidence in Forrester Creations could get shaky. Brooke explains to Zende that Steffi also banished Hope from the structure ever. Zende is confused, each over the Logan/Forrester contest? Brooke admits it's further than that. Eric says Hope is family. Steffi disagrees and says she isn't a Forrester, Hope is a Logan. Steffi says she'll not tolerate Hope's discourteousness presently. Eric hates that it's come to this. So does Steffi. Thicoseo adds that she wishes Hope could find her own man and stop going after hers. At the Garrett, Hope is sitting across Carter's stage. Carter needs to talk to Ridge and thinks he can get through to him. Hope looks upset as she caresses Carter's head. Lainey and Tony watch as Will can't stop smiling at Elektra. Lainey decides to apologize to Elektra, also claims there are so numerous coming and going, she can't keep track. Will says luckily Elektra is a seasoned pro. Elektra is formerly again humble, but does tell Lainey and Tony sarcastically that everyone has been so friendly and helpful. Elektra looks right at Linnea and gives a establishment nod. Lainey gets the point and also the models are summoned via textbook to the exchange. Before the models exit, Lainey tells Will, "Hey, don't forget about tonight after work." Elektra's eyes danced over to Will. Zende says if Hope says that's what happened, also he believes her. With HFTF gone, it means Zende's new position as lead developer is also gone. Eric says Brooke is going to be mealy. Steffi stops Eric's ranting and says Hope is sabotaging her marriage. Eric says that Steffi has every right to defend herself and her marriage. Still, Eric thinks this is wrong. Eric tells Steffi that she made a business decision grounded on a particular grievance. Ridge stands up for Steffi. Despite the line not doing well, Eric says the blasting was still particular. Steffi repeats that she advised Hope. Carter gets ready to talk to Ridge. Carter needs to exhaust every option ahead. Hope asks, "Before what?" Carter makes Hope promise not to give up. Carter says this isn't over. Carter leaves Hope alone in the Garrett. Will and Elektra talk. Elektra brings up Tony and Lainey. Will jokes that he doesn't know who those people are. Will brings up Hope's blasting, also stops himself. Will doesn't want to dish and Elektra seems ignorant of what's happened. Will wants to know the story of Elektra Forrester. Zende thinks this is crazy. Brooke isn't sure how important Eric knows. Katie thinks Eric needs to know the verity. Zende loves Steffi but she's wrong. Zende is furious. Zende raves about Hope. Speaking of the devil, Hope just walked in. Hope says she's forfeiture. She's more concerned about how Steffi's decision is impacting everyone differently. Hope asks specifically how Zende is doing. Hope gushes about Zende's gift, also says they still might have a chance. Ridge and Steffi are alone now. Ridge understands Eric's response and tries explaining it to Steffi. After Steffi slams Brooke, Ridge says she's a mama. Steffi says, and maters fight for their children. I get it. I'm a mama too. Maters are supposed to educate their daughters about boundaries. As Steffi addresses about Hope disrespecting her marriage, Carter's voice interrupts. Electra doesn't want to talk about herself and is vague. Will says that Electra has made an impact on him. Electra smiles. Hope tells the group that she talked to Carter. Hope says Carter is talking to Ridge, and she's no way seen him so determined. Carter isn't blinking Hope's kiss with Finn. Still, Carter says Steffi is wrong about what she saw. Steffi says, Hope wants my hubby. Ridge knows Carter is just trying to keep the peace. Carter clarifies he's trying to stop FC from making a disastrous decision. Steffi tells Carter that he has been aligning with Hope, and he needs to be veritably careful. Carter angrily tells Steffi that he has constantly told her to knock it off with the Logan versus Forrester crap. Carter adds that Steffi can't take her particular issues into the boardroom. Steffi looks slightly defeated and lets out a little shriek. Carter looks like he's getting to Steffi, but also he pushes too far. Steffi's face goes from, I'm hearing you, to how dare you. The shift happens when Carter tells Steffi that her opinions warrant judgment and warrant leadership. Whoa. Also, Carter says he wouldn't allow Steffi to do this to Hope. With that, Ridge looks nonplussed as Steffi's face can only be described as saying, bring it. Despite all the recent drama with Hope, Steffi knows her hubby is devoted to her. John Finn works every day to prove just how married he's to Steffi and the family they partake. It's clear that indeed when Hope was interested in Finn, she was no way real competition for Steffi. Hope's attempt to be in busybody was downright disturbing since Finn no way had any kind of romantic passions for her. Now that Hope has moved on with Carter, someone differently may start smelling around Finn. It's possible Ivy could be coming in line, but she'd presumably run into the same problems as Hope. There's no reason for someone new to get Finn's attention since he's formerly got the woman of his dreams. That's especially true when it comes to Steffi's rivals since Finn is sensitive to her passions about people she's feuded with. Still, we've to consider what might be if someone familiar to Finn entered the blend, maybe the Bone. Who got down? This might be the perfect time for one of Finn's former dears to suddenly face. What if Finn no way told Steffi about another woman who left him agonized? Perhaps Finn is keeping many secrets about his romantic history, like a failed offer to a different leading lady. Sheila has backed off Finn for now, but that may not last much longer. Since Sheila was preliminarily determined to get Finn down from Steffi, she might settle on a new strategy to make that be. It's easy to imagine Sheila doing some exploration and uncovering Finn's ex-girlfriend. Sheila might smell the occasion for Finn to fall back in love with someone who'd actually let her be part of his life. Perhaps Finn's partner has been still stewing for him and lamenting letting him go. Still, Sheila could take full advantage of the situation and beget some disquieting news if that's the case. Sheila might communicate Finn's former nut and move her that she should fight for him. Maybe Sheila could manipulate some bad girl love interest of the history into getting Finn and Steffi's next stranding ball. Whatever the case, the dialogue in the November 6th occasion offered some implicit hints. Finn claimed Steffi was the only one for him before Steffi eventually declared that he was all hers. Plan on shaking effects up with the new busybody? Could Steffi soon worry that perhaps Finn isn't all hers like she allowed? Steffi and Finn will inescapably face fresh obstacles, so stay tuned for marriage updates and further prognostications on their coming chapter.